everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to be doing another Studio Calico Me, Myself, and I project. I am absolutely loving this project, and I hope you guys are continuing to enjoy the process videos. I'm hoping that this is maybe the second to last one, but I don't know, because I'm going to do 17 through 22 on this video. This first one is color, and my favorite color is green. So I even stamped the header around here in green. And what I did for my photo is basically I just grabbed everything green in my scrap area and kind of did a flat lay photo just to try something different. In the past, I've done a photo of my plants, but this time just decided to do something different. I also could have done trees, like a close-up of trees or a big picture of trees, because I did mention that in my journaling. Maybe I love green so much because I just love trees, and they make me so happy and full of joy. You know, there is a Japanese term called Shinrin Yoku, which means forest bathing, which literally means you go in the forest to like cleanse yourself. And I think it's an amazing word and so spot on with being out in nature. But anyways, back to the project. I highlighted some words in green, or actually I highlighted the word green in a green marker just to do something a little bit different, have a little fun design. I'm also going to do something a little fun for 18 and create my own mixtape. Okay, so I have 17 glued to the back of 16. I just need to hole punch it and put it in, and then I can move on to 18. 18 is all about music, and for me, I create a playlist on Spotify every single month. I kid you not. Maybe this comes from my mixtape days, but I absolutely love it and I look forward to it, and I've done it for like 4 years. As you can see, I took 2 of the pattern papers and used my Cameo to cut circles because I am making a record player. I also took the record player card and I used my bone folder to create a really tiny like spine, so that way it opens up kind of like a CD. You know, remember those? I loved CDs. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape on it so that way it's not going to come off, since it is such a small little piece that is holding this together. And then I will put it over the shapes that I have. I cut out a big green circle and then a pink inner circle. It's like a pink grid, I want to say. And on top of that, I will put the chipboard that is a record player, and I just absolutely love this. But you guys, before I could put the record down, I actually scratched my record. Is that really bad? Why do I want to scratch record? I don't know, but I scratched the record and then I glued it down. So maybe my mixtape or record tape is not going to play. But I absolutely love it. I think it is super cute, and I just love this idea. Because at first I thought I was just going to do some screenshots of my January Spotify playlist, but decided that this would be more fun. I've done something similar with making my own like record CD type of thing in December Daily, and I knew I wanted to do it in this little project. So on top, I am of course going to stamp January's mixtape, and I love it. It's amazing and coming out so good. So on the inside, I will go ahead and just pick some of the songs that I have on my playlist. Of course, my playlist can be like hours long, depending. And I just do songs that I find either through, you know, the mixes, because Spotify puts together mixes based on what you listen to. So sometimes I will do that. And then because I have so many playlists over the years, I can go back through those playlists, listen to them, and then I find a song, I'm like, oh, I haven't heard that one in a while. So I'll add that to a new playlist. And it just keeps going like that and going. And that's why I have a million playlists. So I am writing out my playlist. In case you're curious, it's a very eclectic mix of songs. I have Bet on Us, Cheat Codes featuring Dolly Parton, The Drum by The Siege, Genesis by Oland, Celestial by Ed Sheeran, Sparkly Socks by Salt Tree. So it's a really eclectic mix of songs. And yeah, I love music. Music means so much to me. And I also left a second, spot basically on the card of the 18th to do some more journaling. Because, sometimes with these prompts, you like answer the prompt like I did with the songs, and then you could be done with it. You don't have to write anything extra, right? But I decided to write a little bit extra since I wanted to tell the story about my monthly playlist. And I just wanted to, say that I grew up listening to a wide variety of music, and it's always been such a big part of my life. We had a huge record player in our house, and we were always listening to music. I was a ballerina growing up. And I've always listened to music, all different genres of music. And the funny thing is, I didn't put this in my journaling, but just to share, it is so weird to have my son listening to the type of music that I listened to in high school because I introduced him, or my husband's music that he introduced him to. It's weird. It's like my son's listening to throwback music now at this point. Oh my goodness. But music is the best. So I'm gluing it together, gluing all the pieces together, and then I can move on to 19. 19 is morning. Like, what's a morning ritual? Which for me is, of course, I've kind of already talked about it. I don't remember what prompt it was. It was number 2 prompt, I believe. Fave food. And so I already kind of talked about that, but I want to talk about it again because really it is my favorite morning ritual. And now that I'm done throwing my number 18 prompt, I've got it all punched. And I did add a wood veneer piece that says listening, which was perfect for my little header. Okay, so I'm going to stop messing around with 18 and move on to 19. Oh, but I do have to mention what I just did right here. I cut off just a smidge so that way I could have the CD like top portion go closer to the spine, and I kind of cut off some of the numbers on the mixtape. Not very happy with myself, but can't do anything about it. Gonna move on. So my morning ritual is always having breakfast and reading my book for at least 15 to 30 minutes. And it is my absolute favorite, and I am so thankful every day that I get to do it. Most days I get to do it, but some days I don't. And that's totally okay, because then I would just be talking to my kids or, having a family breakfast, which is great. In the stamp set is a layered book where you can stamp the book and then the inside of the book. I'm not so good at these layered stamps, so I need a little bit of practice on what inks to use, and that is what I was doing. And I decided on the dark green, and the inside will be black. I'll also use a wood veneer piece that says escape in the story, and right above that in the header section I'll put routine, because really it is part of my routine, even though it doesn't happen right away in the morning, which is what I'm going to write about in my journaling. And this book stand I got on Amazon, and it's literally like the best thing that I've ever bought from Amazon. I even use it when I dry my hair after the shower. I will prop up my book on this book stand and dry my hair while I read because, I don't want to just stand there looking at myself while I dry. I'd rather read. Any opportunity to read. So I just, wrote about how I absolutely love starting my day like this. Of course, it's after I wake up, make breakfast, pack lunches, and take the kids to school. But then I get to have my breakfast and, have some time to myself, and it is the best. It's the best way to kind of start my day and my time. So I'm going to glue those together and then move on to 20. And 20 was a hard one because it is fave treats. And I have a serious sweet tooth. I just love desserts. I even have dessert after breakfast and dinner. Both meals, but not lunch. And I talk about that in my journaling because, I just have a sweet tooth. Lately, it's carrot cake, and I had a close-up of my carrot cake. I know that some people are weird about close-up photos, but it's the photo I had, and it was recent, and that's kind of the point of the project, using more recent photos for the most part, right? So I wanted to use this one, and I kept it very simple with on the menu and currently stamping, and then just journaling how I have a sweet tooth, and my current favorite is carrot cake, but I also love chocolate chip cookies, Reese's peanut butter cups, and peanut M&Ms. And I would love to know in the comment section if you would leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite treat is. I'd love it because I love dessert and I love trying new desserts. Anything sweet makes me so happy. But now the sour candies, no, I can't do sour candies. All my people in my house love those things. Anything sour, I'm like, no, thank you. I need the sweet candy for me. So next up is going to be the last two prompts that I'm going to do, and they are self-care and then celebrate me. So self-care, I didn't know kind of what picture I would want, so I just went with a list, and I decided right next to that is going to be celebrate me, but I wasn't sure about the design. And then I saw this pocket, and I did have an idea that I wanted to write kind of a letter to myself, so I was like, I'll go with that idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another piece of vellum and put my title, Celebrate Me, on top with the number. And on the back, I will put the letter. And I just need to figure out where the 22 is going to go. I accidentally put it off center, and in a little bit, I'm going to try to move it, and it's not going to move. So I'm just going to go with the off-centered idea and put my celebrate off center and the me off center. So, because I set it down crooked, and that's okay. And the photo that I have will, be behind it, and that is a recent photo as well, a hiking photo. So I just, left the 22 off-centered and then put celebrate kind of off-centered, and same thing with the me. I also thought it would be fun to stamp some butterflies because I really feel like with self-care and celebrating yourself, there's a lot of metamorphosis. Is that the right word? Changes and growth and seasons and layers when it comes to those two aspects. I went a little deep with this prompt, really deep, and I'm about ready to get vulnerable with my journaling, so stick with me here. But I stamped some butterflies, and then I'm going to stamp you are strong and you are enough. And so I have like 3 butterflies scattered across 21 and the vellum for 22. And then I will just talk about self-care and what it has meant to me. And I said that as the kids have gotten older, I've realized more and more the value of caring for myself. I should have tried more during those little years, but I'm doing it now. And that's what matters. Every day I'm making time for myself, workouts, reading, scrapbooking, face care, which is really hard for me. Learning how to do skincare and a face routine, so hard, but I'm trying. I would love to know too in the comment section, how do you take care of yourself and how do you show up for yourself? I know it is not easy. Trust me, it's not easy at all. So for 22, like I said, I'm going to do a letter to myself and then just do some word phrase stickers, and that's about all. I took all the pieces and I punched the holes because I wanted to know where the butterfly, I think that's what I wanted to know. Yeah, I wanted to know where the holes were going to be on the vellum. That way it was easier to center where the pocket was going to go. And I also just wanted to put 21 into the book. So now I'm going to write the letter to myself and try not to tear up because that's what happened when I was writing this letter to myself. I add a little sticker right on top of the envelope that says, "Love this about me." And then on my photo of myself, I put me, obviously. I wanted something else, but there was no sticker that worked, so I just went with me. So for my letter, I put, "Goodness, you've come so far," and just writing those words has the tears coming. "The little girl in you is beyond proud. You've really proud of you. You've really showed up for her and yourself these last few years. You're caring for yourself, letting go of past hurts and embracing the flows and crashes of life. You're so strong inside and out. You continue to show up even with the constant worry, doubt, and unknown. You're amazing, and little you, teenage you, and all the layers of you are inspired by you. You've got this. And thank you for fighting, for wanting more and being yourself. Love me." So I hope you enjoyed me sharing that. That was a little hard to share, but I hope you enjoyed sharing it, and I felt like it was the best way to kind of celebrate myself, because I really don't mind getting older. I feel like I get smarter as I get older, smarter like taking care of myself and being aware of the ebbs and flows of life. So yeah, I don't mind getting older. It's not so bad. Now, like I said, if I could get a handle on the skincare routine, that would be great. And maybe sleeping and juggling all the things, right? But those are so hard. Okay, so I want to put them all back into my project, and then I can flip through them and show you what I have. So here is 17, favorite color. 18 is my mixtape. 19 is going to be my routine. And 20 is carrot cake, self-care, and then all about me and celebrating me. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'd love a thumbs up or subscribe if you are new to my channel. All right, have a good day. Bye.